So a fortune hunter is someone that actually, it's a bit of enlightenment and mindfulness, where the fortune is about getting a good life balance, creating the moments, building a business, enjoying what you're doing. It's not work. You should enjoy what you're doing. If you don't, then you need to sort of go get a job somewhere. That's a fortune hunter. Fortune Hunter TV is based around the book, 52 chapters, breaking it down to 4 chapters at a time to create 12 episodes. We'll be interviewing various experts, various authorities that can enhance each chapter and relevant to each chapter or each episode and enhance the value and yeah, to some degree validate and give a 3D perspective of what I actually say in the book. Guest speakers are selected not at random, not by chance. They're not startups, they're people that have been there, done it, still doing it, and that understand their topic. I'm Lyndon Wood. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I started my insurance business at the age of 19 after 9 months worth of service on a commission-only basis, working for a small insurance broker. Blagged myself into the job as a general insurance manager, being at that point 18 with no experience, and I just had to learn on my feet and learn from asking questions to various insurance companies because I couldn't ask anyone around me for any help because they thought I knew what I was doing and I didn't. At 19 I thought, well, I always wanted to run my own business and be a master of my own time and not be told when I can eat, when I can go to work, when I can go home, when I can take holidays, and not only that, commute back and forth. So the employment status dominated my time. Couldn't deal with that, didn't like it, always wanted my own business. At 19, I thought, well, I'm on commission only. I suffer the same pressure of if I didn't sell, I didn't earn. Same pressure as being, self-employed or running your own business. So I thought, I'm gonna go it alone. So I threw in my job and went it alone. Little did I know at 19 and naive that I entered in August 1990 at the start of a big recession. Insurance companies were not giving out agencies or accounts. Without an insurance company, I couldn't place business, which meant I couldn't really start business. So I thought, right, there's always a way. Got to sort this out. Started putting business through other insurance brokers for half the commission, which is what I was earning with the other broker for half the commission. The only difference being it was under my own brand. So even under my own brand at 19, working from home, but I looked 14 in an industry which is dominated by an average age of 56, I called myself Insurability UK Group because I had to give the perception that I was a lot bigger than what I was. Started knocking doors around industrial units, business insurance. Very quickly realized it wasn't a cost-effective thing to do. Driving around on industrial estates, walking indoors, finding out when insurances were due. Oh, incidentally, I was £7,000 in mortgage arrears and £4,000 in other debt, by the way. Not a penny to my name. So I bought every Yellow Pages in the country, gave my sister £10 to write on the envelopes, all the scaffolders and roofers. Good old traditional marketing, direct mail and the telephone and the Yellow Pages. And then you build the business up. And you keep going. And you keep reinvesting. And then you start employing people to do the same thing. Now the big issue of employing people is you think, I'm earning £1,000 a month. If I employ someone, I'll earn £2,000 a month. It doesn't work that way because they never work as hard as you. I still own that business today, constructorquote.com. We've gone all online, as most of the world seems to have done. We employ 130 staff and we have a 40 million premium turnover and still growing, still scaling. I've invested in recruitment agencies, manufacturing. I was non-exec, chief exec for a private doctors, which was quite an interesting one. Making jokes in Latin that I didn't quite get. Invested in publishing companies. We've gone into a property, so we've got a property portfolio that we still manage now, and we buy, renovate, rent, or buy, renovate, and sell. And of course, sunzoo.com, which is the biggest challenge and has taken the biggest investment as well. Big learning edge, tech industry, tech sector, but I love challenges. Along that journey, of course, I wrote a book, Diary of a Fortune Hunter, which is all based on experiences, not theory. Left school at 14, wasn't interested, don't conform to schools. All experiences were put down in the book, from everything I've learned in building my, in particular, insurance business, but other entities I've been involved with as well. The biggest thing that companies tend to find is there's lots of information. People will tell you have to do a cash flow and you have to do these certain things. No one tells you that when something goes wrong, how to solve it. It's how to solve the big issues, how to grow your business, how to know when to grow your business. When you hit a dip or a downtime or lose a deal or lose a product line, how do you overcome it? What happens if you're in a bit of a financial crisis, you're struggling?
I come across a job, didn't know who it was for, what company it was for, just knew it was the right job for me, and sent my CV off. And the next day, and I think this was New Year's Day, so thinking nothing would come back, I get an email from Lyndon saying, is it possible we could have an interview? So we had a couple of Skype interviews, and then within a couple of weeks I was back in the country and working for Lyndon. I became the head of marketing for Lyndon for the Morehouse Group, and at that time Lyndon and I hit it off so well, I asked Lyndon to become my mentor. For the next couple of months, Lyndon mentored me on how I should do things and how I was progressing through the business. And at that point, I looked at the position I was in, I looked at my own skill set, and with Lyndon's mentoring and all the knowledge that he'd passed down to me, I realised that I probably wasn't happy in this job. I wasn't utilising my skills that I had accrued over the last 10, 15 years within the industry of marketing. And I actually went to Lyndon and asked him if I could step down. And I've found out that I'm the first person in 25 years of business that's actually stepped down from a position and asked for a pay cut. So that's kind of a big thing for me. The one thing that Lyndon has taught us, being in the business, is that we should simplify things. If we simplify things, take it back to basics, then we can concentrate on the task at hand. Which we've all done. And one of the best sayings that Lyndon has is that it only takes 5 minutes, and it's true. It can only take 5 minutes if you do simplify things, and you get fantastic results.
There's a real opportunity for us to kind of learn more about this, get behind it, understand the mindsets and behaviours of entrepreneurs, support them better, have better business-to-business conversations, help facilitate some of those introductions and that connectivity and know-how